Hello everyone! You've probably heard the news that's been making waves about Jimin from BTS at Paris Fashion Week, right? Guys, this isn't just about him looking amazing or causing a stir. There's a fantastic number that has the entire fashion world shaking their heads in disbelief. So watch until the end, because you're going to be shocked by the facts I'm going to reveal today. Okay, so the story begins on October 1st, 2025. Paris, the city that has been the center of the fashion world for hundreds of years, welcomed a special guest. Who else but Jimin, the BTS member who just celebrated his birthday this month on October 13th, turning 30 years old, guys. He attended the Dior Spring-Summer 2026 fashion show with a look that immediately caused a sensation. Just imagine a black blazer with no shirt underneath. Super bold, right? But trust me, he still looked classy and elegant. Now, what makes this interesting isn't just about his appearance. On October 18th, an analytics company called Launchmetrics released some data. And guys, you need to sit down before hearing this number. Jimin generated more than $33.8 million in media impact value for Dior. From just one fashion show, guys. Crazy, right? Now you might be wondering, what is media impact value anyway? Let me explain. So media impact value, or MIV, is a metric that measures the economic value of every news story, post, article, photo, video, tweet, Instagram story, anything that discusses a brand or person across various media platforms. Whether it's traditional media like newspapers and TV, or digital media like social media. Basically, every time someone posts or writes about Jimin at Paris Fashion Week, it all gets calculated and given an economic value. If Dior had to pay for that much publicity through conventional advertising, they would have to shell out tens of millions of dollars, guys. What's even crazier is that Jimin didn't just win. He literally dominated. Among all the K-pop artists who attended Paris Fashion Week 2025, and trust me, there were tons of them, Jimin managed to have the highest media impact value. This isn't a small-time competition, guys. Paris Fashion Week is one of the 4 most prestigious fashion weeks in the world, along with Milan, London, and New York. This event is attended by the most influential people in fashion, entertainment, business, everyone's there. But amid all that luxury and glamour, Jimin stood alone at the top. Now the question is, how could Jimin make such an impact? What's the secret behind these fantastic numbers? I'm going to explain several factors that make Jimin different from the others. First, the fan base. Guys, ARMY isn't an ordinary fan base. They are one of the most organized, most active, and most passionate fan communities in the entire world. As soon as Jimin appeared in Paris, ARMY worldwide immediately mobilized. They created trending topics on Twitter, they shared photos and videos on all platforms, they wrote appreciation articles, they made sure every moment of Jimin was perfectly documented and spread to every corner of the internet. Just imagine the power when millions of people move simultaneously for one goal. Second, visual appeal. Jimin has universal appeal, guys. His appearance at Paris Fashion Week this time is real proof. With the black blazer without a shirt, he displayed an aesthetic that was bold yet elegant, edgy yet sophisticated. And importantly, his appearance didn't just attract the attention of K-pop fans, but also the global fashion community, fashion critics, mainstream media, everyone. His photos immediately went viral and were discussed by various renowned fashion publications like Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Elle, GQ, all the major media covered him. And every article, every feature, every fashion analysis about his appearance, all of it added to the media impact value. Third, authentic personality. This is what makes Jimin different from many other celebrities. Many artists come to Fashion Week just to pose briefly, then immediately leave. But Jimin? He stayed until the end of the event to greet fans who had been waiting for a long time. This simple gesture creates a powerful emotional narrative. The media didn't just report on what he wore, but also about who he is as a human being. And guys, Storytelling like this is far more valuable because it creates a deep emotional connection between the brand, celebrity, and audience. Fourth, perfect timing. Jimin's presence at Paris Fashion Week 2025 happened amid high anticipation for the BTS comeback scheduled for spring 2026. All BTS members have just completed or will soon complete their military service, and the world is waiting with bated breath to see what they'll do next. In this context, every public appearance by BTS members becomes big news. Especially Jimin, who just turned 30 on October 13th. He's at the peak of his popularity and maturity as an artist. He's no longer a young trainee or a rookie idol, but an established artist with an impressive track record. Speaking of track record, you remember Jimin's solo album titled Muse, right? Super successful. The single, who from that album stayed on the charts for 33 weeks. That's a record for a K-pop solo artist, guys. So his credibility as an artist is truly undeniable. And you know what? There's another analytics company called Onclusive that also released data on October 14th. They said that Jimin is the K-pop idol most mentioned across all 4 major fashion weeks in the world. He has 13.46% share of voice with more than 4.5 million mentions. Guys, this is a dominance that has almost never been seen before in the K-pop and fashion industry. To give context, getting a share of voice that large in a global event involving hundreds of brands and thousands of influencers is a monumental achievement. What makes this phenomenon even more interesting is its implications for the fashion and entertainment industry as a whole. For years, big fashion houses like Dior, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, they've always relied on traditional supermodels and Hollywood actors as brand ambassadors. But the media impact value data from Jimin proves that the landscape has changed, guys. K-pop idols, with their hyper-engaged global fan base and ability to dominate digital conversations, are now the most valuable asset in modern marketing and branding. Dior itself is certainly very aware of this value. They didn't randomly appoint Jimin as a global brand ambassador. Their investment has proven to give an incredible return. $33.8 million in media impact value from one fashion show event is a return on investment that's hard to match by any conventional marketing strategy. This is concrete proof that in the digital era, influence and reach are the most valuable currency. The Jimin phenomenon at Paris Fashion Week 2025 also opens up a broader discussion about South Korea's soft power. The Korean wave, or Hallyu, has become a significant global cultural force, and Jimin is one of the most prominent faces of this wave. When an artist from Korea can dominate the conversation in Paris, the heart of European fashion, it signals a fundamental shift in global cultural dynamics. It's no longer the West dictating trends to the East, but now an exchange of culture that's more equal, and even in some aspects, Asia is actually the trendsetter. I also want to discuss a bit about how social media plays a huge role in this phenomenon. In today's era, one photo can go viral in minutes. One video can be watched millions of times in a day. And Jimin is a master at utilizing digital platforms. Every move he makes, every appearance, everything is calculated, but still looks natural and authentic. The combination of star power, strategic positioning, and genuine personality is what makes him unstoppable. You know what? Many fashion industry analysts are saying that Jimin's achievement will become a new benchmark. Global fashion brands will be increasingly aggressive in recruiting K-pop idols as their ambassadors. And metrics like media impact value will become increasingly important in evaluating partnership success. Jimin has proven that he's not just a talented singer or dancer, but also a brand powerhouse capable of moving the economy and global conversation with just his presence. What personally impresses me is how Jimin remains humble amid all these achievements. He stays grounded, still gives attention to fans, still focuses on his music and passion. That's what makes people respect and love him even more. Not just because he's successful, but because of the way he handles that success with grace and humility. And guys, this is just one event at Paris Fashion Week. Imagine if we cumulate throughout the year with all the events and appearances he does. The total would be even crazier. That's why it's no wonder many brands are fighting to work with him. Looking ahead, I'm sure we'll see more epic collaborations between Jimin and other luxury brands. And with the BTS comeback right around the corner in spring 2026, the enthusiasm and hype surrounding Jimin and the other BTS members will explode even more. Paris Fashion Week 2025 will be remembered not just for the fashion collections that were presented, but also for the moment when Jimin showed the world that a new era of influence has arrived. So in conclusion, guys, the Jimin phenomenon at Paris Fashion Week 2025, with a media impact value of more than $33.8 million, isn't a coincidence. It's the result of a perfect combination of talent, hard work, strategic positioning, loyal fan base, authentic personality, and perfect timing. Jimin has proven that he is one of the most powerful, influential figures in the world right now, and the number $33.8 million is undeniable proof. Okay guys, that was the discussion about Jimin's extraordinary phenomenon at Paris Fashion Week. If you're amazed by this achievement, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content. Drop in the comment section your thoughts about this phenomenon, and don't forget to share with your friends who are also fans of Jimin or BTS. See you in the next video, and keep supporting Jimin and BTS. Bye guys!